Hey guys, this is the LarryBoy Fanatic, and guess what? We're going to be reviewing a movie.
First released in 1997, LarryBoy and the Fib from Outer Space is considered the LarryBoy video that started it all. Well, actually, LarryBoy's first official appearance was in Dave and the Giant Pickle, but his first official video was the Fib from Outer Space episode of VeggieTales.
So what was said to be a parody of Tim Burton's Batman mixed with sci-fi is pretty much the foundation of a really good superhero franchise. So let's not waste any time as we take a look at LarryBoy and the Fib from Outer Space.
First, we'll skip the countertop intro because they're just explaining the point of the movie. So the story begins as two kids leave a movie theater and they notice an asteroid soaring through the sky. That's an asteroid? Okay. And this catches the attention of two astronomers. Well, actually, one of them notices while the other guy just simply gripes about their job. We're 4 minutes in, by the way.
So when's LarryBoy gonna show up?
Soon after the town alerts LarryBoy with the Larry signal, we then see our hero's mansion.
You know, I would make a Luigi's Mansion joke here, but whatsoever critic did that in her review.
After some slapstick with the butler and a pretty cool shot of the signal reflecting from his eyes, LarryBoy speeds off in his Larrymobile to go save the day. Or flee from the title card.
Whatsoever critic didn't make that joke.
Now, after that cheesy yet beautiful title card, we see the asteroid make the quietest impact ever put to film. Yep, you're looking at the most unrealistic asteroid landing ever. We immediately cut to next day when Junior Asparagus and Laura Carrot are having a tea party? But hey, what's Junior doing on the shelf trying to grab a plate from the top?
Oh, well, that explains it.
And of course, things do go wrong when Junior accidentally breaks his dad's bowling plate. This has Laura bailing out of there with one or two lame excuses and saying, "I gotta go."
Okay, fine, sure. Just leave Junior to be confronted by his parents and... Okay, two problems. One, Laura is a bad friend for leaving Junior behind. And two... Oh my gosh. Where are the parents? I mean, seriously.
But Junior sees a small alien come out of hiding and introduce himself. Now, I'm not joking when I say this guy's full name. Fabrilius Minimus. Yeah, that's his full name. But at least he goes by a nickname, which is Fib, so let's go with that. Anyway, the Fib convinces Junior to lie about who broke the plate.
Okay, seriously, you should be questioning how that space alien got into your house. I mean, who let him in?
Well, when the dad comes home, Junior tells his first lie, saying that Laura broke the plate.
Yeah, I would totally blame her if she bailed out on me whenever I made a mistake.
Luckily, Dad is gullible and doesn't question his son further. Now, as soon as the dad gets going, the Fib comes out again and praises Junior for lying. And of course, we see that the Fib has grown a lot more. Well, maybe like a basketball size?
Again, why isn't anybody questioning this space alien?
Oh, you've always been that size? Nah, I call BS on that. And the saddest thing about this is that Junior is just as gullible as his dad, and he actually goes out with this stranger.
So when is LarryBoy gonna bring this space alien to justice? I'm wondering.
Speaking of the superhero, he's still looking for the Fib. Oh, and he passes our movie's potential victim who is with the Fib. Does he stop to ask Junior about that space alien that he's with? No!
So now, we're 11 minutes into this movie. Well, we gotta get the other 19 minutes somehow because this movie clocks in at 30 minutes. So, what else you got?
Another one of Junior's friends shows up, who's apparently one of the kids from the opening scene. Heh, small world, huh? And notice how every time someone approaches Junior, the Fib hides. Shouldn't Junior question this? I mean, doesn't he question anything at all? Anyway, apparently his friend Percy heard about the incident with the bowling plate, so Junior decides to tell Percy about who actually broke the plate. Laura's brother Lenny, and that Lenny has a pet crocodile who chewed up the plate.
Next, you'll be telling me that this crocodile came from Neverland. Ha! Peter Pan reference.
But instead of meeting Peter Pan, Junior meets back with the Fib, who's now taller.
By the way, Junior's idea of lying is through song. So clearly that should tip people off that he's lying.
But that's not important right now because there's more perverted hijinks with the Fib. In fact, the Fib leans into the camera and assures Junior that nothing's wrong with him. What's that line? I will always be your little Fib. Yeah, that's the line. And yet this scene is still awkward. Look, if you meet a stranger and they're this awkward with you, I'm not cool with that. I'd get the heck out of there.
You know, Fib, you're in a unique position for me to punch you in the face.
So after that awkward moment, the Fib and Junior get going, but not without more encouragement from the Fib. He says, "What a story! I'm telling you, kid, you got the gift."
What gift is that? Being a liar, pants on fire? Way to go, Junior, you're Fibby's little champ.
And then LarryBoy passes by them again. Yeah, turn off Skype so that Alfred won't nag you about the fallen space object. And keep in mind that the less time that LarryBoy confronts the monster, the more time that thing has with Junior. This maximizes the Fib's pleasure. So eventually, Junior's friends catch up with him, and they're mad at him.
Well, why not? He lied about everyone. I'm not surprised. I mean, if somebody lied about you, what would you say?
But come on, Junior, just tell them the truth. I'm pretty sure they can help you come clean to your parents with their support. Unless they bail out on you like Laura did. She's a bad friend. But Junior's third lie, now I'm not kidding when I say this, is that space aliens came to Earth, switched brains with some cows, and they were the ones who broke the plate.
1, Laura witnessed you breaking the plate, and 2, that's really bad fan fiction.
Well, the Fib is just around the corner. And of course, the Fib shows his face to these kids, and he immediately kidnaps Junior.
Well, what'd you think was going to happen, Junior?
And now for a checklist of cliched monster actions. Stepping on cars? Check. Damaging buildings? Check. People running and or hiding in fear? Check. Attacking cops? Check. By the way, where are the other cops? Is Scooter the only cop on duty tonight? And notice that the town decides to call LarryBoy instead of the army or the National Guard to take on this monster.
Oops, sorry. That would be either Godzilla or Independence Day. And those two films aren't referenced in LarryBoy and the Fib from Outer Space. I meant featured, not referenced. Well, they are referenced some way.
We then cut to Larry and Alfred playing Candyland of all sorts.
Like Bob the Tomato would always say, It's for the kids.
And Larry looks out the window to see that Bumblebird needs LarryBoy. Or maybe they're just signaling him in Morse code in the way the signal is blinking. Anyway, Larry's reaction to this is this line: "Consider our game postponed." The movie cuts back to the Fib tormenting Junior by saying that he now belongs to him. What's weird about the scene is that we get a close-up shot of the Fib as he threatens Junior. Yeah, something you should know is that there are so many close-up shots on people's faces, but why? Well, I know that most of these are played for suspense, but if the scene is non-suspenseful and the character is close enough to fog up the camera lens, I would question it. Anyway, LarryBoy finally arrives on the scene to battle the Fib, and the monster says something like, "Why don't you come and make me, little purple man?"
Yeah, make me, because I guess that's what a third grader would say.
So LarryBoy accepts this challenge, which has the Fib heading towards a water tower. Oh god, we get the Fib, and there's this weird angle shot of him going to the water tower. Now, keep in mind, this was years before Transformer Balls, and I know Michael Bay's second Transformers movie for reference.
Okay. You seriously had to make a joke about the Fib's crotch, didn't you? It's just a kid's movie. Hey, I'm telling the review here.
So LarryBoy and Alfred figure out what to do inside the Larrymobile, while everyone outside thinks that our hero has fallen asleep in his car or something. Yeah, that's the kids Laura, Lenny, and Percy seeing this. Feel free to run home, you three. Finally, LarryBoy races off to get to the water tower, but not without arguing with Alfred on which buttons to push to go into plane mode.
Well, that's simple. Just look at how the buttons are organized.
The yellow button looks promising. But no, let's build up some suspense by not labeling the buttons and going through each one individually until we hit the right one. And notice that they pass by streets without any stop signs.
This is making the Fast and Furious movies look like child's play. Then again, I would like to see Vin Diesel race through Bumblebird. Write that down. That's good fan fiction.
LarryBoy finally presses the yellow button, which activates the airplane mode, and...
No, stop with the dang close-ups. Most of these close-ups are so silly.
It happens not once, not twice, but several times during this scene. Hey look, there's a cop who almost got killed saying, "Where in the name of frick is McDolson?" Okay, I don't know what else he said, but either way, that was pointless. How did I get up here without anyone noticing my Transformer balls?
No.
So with LarryBoy up in the air, everyone gathers around the surprisingly unfenced water tower to see the Fib. And of course, Officer Scooter warns Junior's parents, "I don't think you should look, Mom. It's not a pretty sight." But instead of Mom fainting from the Fib, it's Dad who faints.
Seriously, Junior's dad, man up. And plus, this movie should have came with a laugh track. Yeah, that's right.
And plus, I was half expecting the Fib to give everyone the finger in this shot. I mean, look at how he was showing his victim to everyone. But LarryBoy decides to be a hero, and he jumps out of the plane. Notice how the unmanned Larry plane misses the Fib by an angle. I mean, here's what should have happened. I'm like Superman. Oh, never mind. Geez, with the Fib squeezing him like that, his bones would have been jelly. Oh, and Junior's dad faints again. Well, whatever, that was pointless. Then the Fib lets Junior know that he screwed up big time, that the Fib wants to eat him now. So let's bring Junior closer to the monster's face and have the Fib say some scary things to him. It's like, yeah, he's gonna look real scary. So Alfred tells LarryBoy that they can't do anything to stop the Fib.
Which makes the whole Larrymobile scene and him jumping out of the plane pointless?
Alfred goes on to say that someone else can stop the Fib, but his computer hasn't figured that out yet. Well, good, that gives the Fib plenty of time to eat his victims. Stupid dial-up, can't it go any faster?
Duh, come on, Alfred, this is a critical moment here. What is wrong with you?
By the way, who wraps wires around their computer chair? Anyway, Alfred finally reveals who can stop the Fib. Junior Asparagus.
Yeah, because LarryBoy saw Junior with the Fib earlier down the street and didn't stop to ask about the Fib.
This leads to Junior finally confessing to breaking the plate.
Really? All this over a plate?
And the monster spits out LarryBoy and then shrinks until he's no more. While he's at it, Junior's like, "It was me. I'm the one who did it. It was all my fault."
I'm such a liar that I've sang about it a few times. How did anyone miss that?
So LarryBoy helps Junior down the water tower, and the kid meets up with his parents. So instead of grounding the little tyke, they tell him that being kidnapped was a good punishment. I mean, they're like, "I think what you've been through today was punishment enough."
Yeah, let's advocate child kidnapping so that we can set our kids straight. Your kid was almost eaten by a giant monster, stupid!
So I guess Junior gets a pass for allowing a giant monster to wreak havoc on the town, make an attempt on people's lives, and leave buildings and cars in ruins. Okay! So then we get a pose from LarryBoy, which is pretty cool. Even though he didn't technically save the day in this video, he still gets a gold star for effort. And the story ends with a red Fib falling into Bumbleberg. It doesn't matter in the least because we don't see the Fib anymore after this movie. We don't see him anymore.
Unless fanfiction tells us otherwise.
It cuts back to the countertop scene where they show us the Bible verse, which is John 8:32b.
Well, I can't argue with that verse. That pretty much sums up the whole movie. So, yeah, kudos.
So then, there's a pretty good music video for LarryBoy, though it wouldn't be until 2006 when a much better music video takes the place of this one, which is Rock On LarryBoy.
And that was LarryBoy and the Fib from Outer Space. So seeing that this movie is almost 20 years old, does it still hold up?
Well, what can I say? This was fun to watch back then and now. If you just, get past the over-the-top dramatic moments and the awkward ones, it's not that bad. I mean, I loved the premise, the villain was pretty cool, plus, although Big Idea saw this as a work-in-progress type video for the LarryBoy franchise, it still paves the way for future videos like LarryBoy and the Rumorweed. So in my world, this will always be the one that officially started the LarryBoy universe, rather than just a concept in Dave and the Giant Pickle. For what it is, it was a start to something great.
Well, to be fair, the cartoon adventures weren't as great as the episodes that were featured on VeggieTales. And VeggieTales in the House hasn't given us anything LarryBoy related since September of 2015. So yeah, let's just move on to the next LarryBoy video on the list, which is LarryBoy and the Rumorweed. But that's for another video, so be sure to click that like button and subscribe for more LarryBoy Fanatic and for more reviews from either me or whatsoever critic. But until next time, this has been LarryBoy Fanatic, and thank you so much for watching my first review. So see you guys next time. Yeah. See you guys.